You guys still pay for gasoline. You are dumb. This guy took a selfie with a guy wearing "Stop Taking Selfies" t-shirt in the background. Throwback to the time a guy threw a Grim Reaper costume on a drone and chased people around with it. Child eats a whole watermelon, including rind. This guy dresses up as his mum to buy alcohol. Author asks why his book called "No More Plastic" was wrapped in plastic. Guy on the train has brought a massive 50-inch television to watch South Park on. If you drank 42 cups of coffee in one sitting, a caffeine overdose would kill you, so the limit is 41. An innocent 8-year-old boy stuck in the elevator for 3 hours, sat and completed his homework. I ratioed the president of the United States. Ban assault weapons, it's beyond time. Bro, you are the president, you do it. Yo, if your name is Aiden and from Toronto, your girl Jess that plays softball is cheating on you. She's talking about it on the plane with her friends. Just unsubbed from r/poor. Too many brokies. Text on bag reads as, this text has no other purpose than to terrify those who are afraid of the Arabic language. Thanks Gold Gyms for the free workout. Happy Mother's Day. Man parks vans on house roof to avoid parking fines. Which is better, having $1 million, having 1 million loyal followers, and asking them for $2 solves the issue. Man leaves mannequin outside Tesco's catch point, leaving queue of frustrated people waiting. My pet rabbit has no idea I gave it 2 bunny ears while this photo was being taken. A father held on to his baby as he ran on stage to dance ballet with his daughter after she suffered from stage fright during a performance. Just landed if unserious was a country. Desaturated Santa is still the best costume I've ever done, not Photoshop. Groom slammed for turning up to wedding in jeans and t-shirt. I was so bored, I separated marshmallows from Lucky Charms. I like money more than pee-pee, and that's a fact. Then why did you get pregnant instead of getting rich? Banned from the anime club after I said, if your waifus were real girls, they would most definitely never date any of you guys. An outraged Indian man purchased 10 Rolls-Royce cars and used them as garbage collectors when he was insulted by a Rolls-Royce salesman in London, saying he could not afford it. 4 guys versus 2 extra-large pizzas. Let the games begin. Some guy named Tom tried to challenge my high score in Mario Bros. Hey Tom, you fucking suck. Burger King, I brought McDonald's into one of your restaurants. Guy makes a girl cry by taking the last ride of the day. The internet is on his side. I've eaten 92 baguettes of bread in January. I saw this bad boy in that place. No lives matter. Screw everybody. Mad lad uses blade. Do not use blade to open. I've been using this as a water bottle for about a month now. I kind of love the judging eyes it gets me at the gym. Twins have a chromosome called telespathic, which triggers their actions to sync quite often. Man, I love spreading misinformation on the internet. I don't want a man. I want a Dejanjelzglog. Personally, I just want my body fixed. I hate having a disease that is written in my genetic. Fucking type 1. Shout out to Planet Fitness for opening this jar of pickles for me. Hurricane spotted at a furry convention. Driver got out in a partial fursuit. This one felt vaguely threatening. Do you like babies? Looks more like a pickup line to me. Doing it too much with someone can cause memory loss. I read on page 37 in a medical journal. In November 2006 at 4:19 p.m. Nobody tells me what to do. No food or drink beyond this point. In the 1950s, one of the journalists criticized Marilyn Monroe, saying that she's only beautiful because of her fancy dresses and clothes. Then she did this photo shoot wearing a potato sack as a response. I created a meta dog that devalues meta properties by shitting on the meta lawns. Turkish factory worker in Bursa lands to work with a parachute after realizing he will be late. Working on my next Breaking Bad meme. I am too old for any you up. Like, sorry, if you want to see me, send me a fucking Google Calendar invite 10 days in advance. 50 years from today, someone will tear out this kitchen and this cabinet which fills out, and empty space will get the whole neighborhood on their feet. I wish I could travel in time to see the face of expression of that poor guy that will pull the countertop off that cabinet. In 2012, a teen has been secretly living in AOL's HQ for 2 months, eating free food, using gym and showers, sleeping in conference rooms while working on his startup. Everyone just assumed he worked there. I just witnessed a woman pull out her ringing phone from her purse. She loudly sang along with the ringtone to the very end. Then, this woman slipped her phone right back into her bag. She never answered it. This guy reportedly kept a French fry in his mouth for the entire 1.5-hour flight so he would not have to wear a mask. How do I get out of this place without getting caught? 14-year-old fell into a deep hole next to his house. I feel like this belongs here. I stole my sister's car and entered it into a race. 40 cars, 50 laps, and won $2,000 with it. Lol, I'm at my school talent show and dude says, before I begin, I want to make sure this mic is working. If your name is Michael, please stand up. And then a couple of dudes stand up and he says, that concludes the mic check. Now that's what friends are for. Look at his foot. I've stayed up past my bedtime for 8 minutes now. Please don't tell my parents. Spoonful of Nutella counts as lunch, right? Murphy, that will kill you. I'm only 11. allergic to like 4 things in it. Exhibit A. My kids watched Coraline last night, so I woke them up looking like this. They're still crying. Who's the absolute madman who booked a singular front row ticket to Oppenheimer on the opening preview night? My father just went to the Star Trek convention and started signing autographs. My father was never in Star Trek. Mad Lad gives away Reddit awards due to recent announcement. Touch grass again. Touch this ratio. Your wife is a towel mate. When I asked my daughter which costume she wanted for Halloween, she chose this. It seems the other kids aren't happy. UK airport sniffer dog. Good at finding sausages, but not drugs. Let him have the sausages. I collect rocks, paint eyes on them, and then return them to the landscape to be found or lost forever. This is insane. Blind people will be so happy when they see these new emojis. Fun fact, I'm a tall guy, so once I dressed as Slender Man for Halloween and lurked in the background of as many photos as possible during the night. A San Diego man got sick of living in a regular country, so he founded a nation of his own and crowned himself its sultan. Lol. In my Zoom lecture, the professor asked if anyone had any questions, and one kid used the raise hand feature. Professor calls on him, and he has the nerve to say, "No, sorry, I was just stretching. We can tell you're afraid of change when your default browser is Chrome." Bro's acting like anyone cares about him. Bro's beefing with a browser. Person who hacked my credit card emailed me, asking why I cancelled his flight. Why was my flight cancelled? Could you please respond? I have a family event to attend. Thank you for your time. Time to piss everyone off in this subreddit with one picture. A New Zealand man won the French Scrabble Championship despite not being able to speak French. Instead, he memorized the entire French dictionary. He still cannot speak French. Montana law states that if a student rides a horse to school, the principal is responsible for feeding and walking the horse. 6 seniors discovered the law and rode their horses on the last day of school. The principal did his duties. To all the people who never thought I could do it, screw you. What are you doing? Just hanging out. Best selfie ever. British guy pictures with a plane hijacker. Man spends the day telling people that their babies are ugly or standing outside Walmart. My friend just said that tonight her boyfriend quietly got up from the couch, went into the kitchen, measured out the ingredients to make pancakes, made one single pancake, sat back down on the couch, ate it quietly, and did not even ask her if she wanted one. New York man arrested in connection of parking garage collapse after giving homeless people pickaxes and telling them there was a lost stash there. It's a well-known fact that if you stand on the Great Wall of China, you can actually see the moon. You and your boyfriend use protection. Yes, thank God. I gave a rival dad a how to cook book right in front of a bunch of people. Are any of you happy? I crossed the street without looking. Lad flies to Ibiza and buys a pint for less than the cost of a beer crate. Mum added you as a friend. Ready to begin class and learn. Bible studying and singing to Jesus. Time for bed. Company owner decided to stop paying his drivers, so one of them parked their semis on the owner's Ferrari and just left it there. Hey guys, just to let you know, I went for a walk and now I'm going to have a tuna salad sandwich, so I will be busy from about 12:50 to 1 p.m. Party at my place from 12:50 to 1. Let me know who can make it. Rotisserie chicken consumed on Central Campus draws a passionate crowd. What if I got pulled over by a cop and I just made this face the whole time? This dude at the noodle place is really about to yell out, "Order number 69," and I am shitting. That's the goddamn number. He's about to yell it out in front of everyone. Friend just asked a guy in McDonald's, "Can I get a double please, burger cheese?" If I was the social media manager of Bing, I would just tweet Bing chilling and get several thousands of likes in seconds. Bing chilling. I just go to parties to mess with the appliances while the host is distracted. I like to break dishwashers the most. If Michael Jackson is the king of pop, then who is the queen of pop? Me. I'll straight up eat a club sandwich at a cottage and cottage cheese at club. I really don't give a shit anymore. Can you send me your hand pics? I'm a part-time palm reader. Oh nice. How old are you? 21. You're 21 and still believe in shit like palm reading. Lol. Removing keyboard equals less distraction. Teen rejects Elon Musk's offer 5k to shut down Jet Tracker. I told Alfie to stand on this chair and he actually did it. The absolute nutter. Student accidentally becomes a millionaire after turning selfie into an NFT as a joke. Turn off Fortnite and open the Bible. Checkmate. Swallowing capsule without drinking water. I don't need water because we're already made up to 70% of water. When my ex started cheating, I did not let her know I knew, but I was planning my revenge carefully. I told her to resign her job, that I will open a spa for her. She has always hated her job, and then when she resigned and told me, I sent her my evidence with a breakup text. This 87-year-old woman called the Italian police to say she was hungry and lonely. They came and cooked her pasta and reminded her that she was not alone. Twitch blocked the channel of a Russian who was broadcasting his 24/7 gas stove to Europeans. Prince George told classmate at school, "My father will be king, so you better watch out." Man rides horse through McDonald's drive-thru and takes off with 100 nuggets. The man who cycled 870 miles for a croissant Liam Neeson once worked as a school teacher, but got fired for punching a student in the face after the student confronted Neeson with a knife. Reminder that I could not be bothered to put on a suit for my LinkedIn profile picture, so I just photoshopped myself into one with almost nobody noticing. The LED sign outside of my school today. You should improve your security. You guarantee a win. I will bet you $1 million I beat Dennis on October. Bro has the money to bet $1 million, but can't pay off the people he scammed. That's crazy. May I get your snap? No, ask my boyfriend for it. He's in my bio. Okay, your girl told me to ask for her snap, which is kinda weird, but can I get her snap? Slayer Hurricane guy does it again. President B. Johnson owned an amphibious car, the Amphicar, and used it to scare guests by driving them into his lake, screaming about brake failure. Someone translated Dracula into Icelandic, and it took over 100 years for anyone to point out he just made a fan fiction rewrite of what he wanted the story to be. My pen's ink actually finished for the first time without me losing it. We really did Halloween different in my family, my brother and I. Can you please make me into a cat? It is one of my dreams. No problem. PewDiePie and wife Marzia welcome baby to the world, but the bridge moment. Your child will be faced by several hundred videos of you. Pipe down. To the person putting spaghetti in the pedestrian flag holders, I salute you. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? The timing. Killer whales learning to sink yachts off Gibraltar. Hell-bent on revenge after being hit by a boat. An orca named Gladys is now teaching others to attack. After a 7-year wait, a lifeguard wins a surfing holy grail in 50-foot waves. Just casually brings in the infinity gauntlet into class. Learned Morse code to cheat in my exams. He dumped me, so I'm dating his landlord. We are increasing rent tomorrow. Man creates dating app Singularity, where he is the only man available. Singularity saves you countless of hours of swiping, says Aaron Smith, 31. By just matching you with me. Judge said I can only see my daughter on weekends, so I got a job at my daughter's school, so now I can see her Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 3 and get to have lunch with her. I've broken 2 bones, but I'm still a part of the r/never broken a bone. I feel guilty about it, but I still refuse to leave. It's been a while since both incidents, but still. Man grabs hornet's nest with bare hands, then eats it. As a BBC-funded journalist, I have to remain consistently politically neutral, so here is a photo of some flowers on a sunny day. I've decided to quit trying to have a personality and just embrace the fact that I am 6'6" and don't need one, so here is 2 pictures of me just standing. Learn to incorporate nature to design. The tree came first. Newly built nature-friendly housing for sale. Serious inquiries only. My dad just called me to tell me he went viral on Twitter. He was serious. I asked him how many likes he got. He said 30. Someone left this bit of feedback right outside our office window. To whom it may concern, the Clash Royale team is some 20 meters to the left. Breaking. Elon Musk says, journalists with they/them pronouns in bio will pay $16 monthly fee instead of the standard $8 for verification because they identify as multiple people. My boyfriend asked my mom why couldn't he go into my room since we have been with each other for over 2 years, and she says, when you have a daughter, you will understand. And he says, well, how am I going to have a daughter if you don't let me go in the room? Waiting on our first baby to be born. I love modern technology. The world's first mobile phone call was made on April 3rd, 1973, when Martin Cooper, a senior engineer at Motorola, called a rival telecommunications company and informed them he was speaking via a mobile phone. Transit bus doesn't stop for a man, 73, so he takes a taxi to chase after it and says, fuck you, to the bus driver. Could not remember what the P in PH stood for, but it's okay, because nobody does. Science community, could you elaborate? Sorensen, no. I bet he ate the frog. Frog? What frog? Exactly, he ate it. Please continue on the next page. No thanks, I'm good. One time, I accidentally deleted my little sister's Minecraft world. She bought her dream house, so I downloaded a modern Minecraft mansion off the internet, and I told her that I stayed up all night building her a new house, and she believed me. The first modern Olympic flag. In 2000, former Olympic diver gave back the Olympic flag he had taken 80 years earlier from the 1920 games. He'd climbed up a flagpole and ripped it up, knowing he could outrun security as an elite athlete. So I told Dean to lay down on the floor, and he actually did it. The absolute madman. Previously, when I did a metric century on the same roundabout, I thought about doing double century, and so I did. A very interesting experience. Would recommend. Only Josh can prevent wildfires. Are there any Joshes watching this video? Not only did I buy WinRAR, but I also got the physical CD. Wheels stolen off cars in Italian village. That iFunny watermark makes me want to commit a felony. Someone removed my still damp clothes from the hotel dryer, so to pay them back, I made sure their clothes were dry and folded them on top of the dryer. Then I put my clothes back in and waited there to see their face. As you guessed, they didn't say a thing when they walked in. Bruh, I made the mistake of letting my 7-year-old cousin near my keyboard. They put all of the key keys in alphabetical order. A man, dual-wielding raw steaks, slaps diners in the face at vegan restaurant, yelling, "If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding." Do I spy construction here? I hope it's Taco Bell. If not, expect arson. I went to the Harry Potter section of Universal Studios in Florida. Cannot be bothered to remember what it's called. And I asked someone where the hobbits were. I've never seen so many people get mad that fast. I will make a more original post if someone finds a legal way to reach this position. This is Bob. You will only see him once and never again. This is your last chance to say hi to Bob. I screenshotted this and made it my wallpaper. I will now see Bob every day. Just got my first HOA complaint, so instead of dealing with it and moving on, I am reading the entire handbook and snitching on every single one of my neighbors that has shit wrong with their house. My little brother is writing a book. This is the first page. Max, guide me to anarchy. Bark, bark. Did you find Gerald? My siblings had a fight once, and it went like, anything that comes out of your mouth is stupid, Tyler. To this day, I still laugh out loud in inappropriate settings because I randomly think of it. Can you be held in contempt of court if your hearing is over Zoom? Like, how would they enforce that? I am going to drink an inappropriate amount of milk during my Zoom court hearing in about an hour. There is now an official court record of me being asked to stop drinking milk. England's oldest man says the secret to a long life is avoid dying. Guy got mad about the neighbor telling him his truck cab boat is illegal. He said, "Fuck you, I do what I want. Tell DNR to register this motherfucker," and flipped off my neighbor and continued to go fishing, holding the door open while we're driving. Aldi, please, 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 never stop doing this product. Absolutely delicious. I could not tell the difference, and the sauces are amazing. Couldn't tell the difference. We have no idea what you're talking about. So there is a rule against pumpkins in my dorm, but it doesn't say anything about pineapples. Yesterday, a friend of mine told the drivers of the black Corsa not to park in the company's parking space for the 10th time. He gave my friend an attitude and ignored, so he put scaffold up around his car. I've broken my fist 20 times. That's because I punch everything. Ban me if you want, you goblins. I'll break me bones and shank you with them. Fuck you, mods ban him. I'm going to steal your calcium. I skied back to the pole again to take this photo for all the men who commented, "Make me a sandwich" on my TED Talk. I made you a sandwich, ham and cheese. Now ski for 37 days and 600 kilometers to the South Pole, and you can eat it. I've been putting these sheep electrolytes in my... This is such a bad idea. I couldn't help myself. My lovely local fruit and vegetable shop is next door to the terrible meats, and I just happened to find the tiniest bit of chalk on the ground as I walked past. I took a shit in my grandma's cat litter box when I was like 13, and my whole family was wilding out trying to figure out why the cat took such a big dump. Then they took her to the vet, and we found out she has feline HIV. So in a way, I helped her. This story was wild from start to finish. I combined 5 cinnamon rolls into one by rolling 4 and wrapping them around one. Are you really going to scroll past without saying meowdy? Yes, I am. How can I befriend the neighborhood crackhead? I don't smoke, but I know that the neighborhood crackhead has been stealing acorns from the local squirrel population and stashing them somewhere. I need to gain access to his corn stash for reasons I cannot disclose. How can I befriend him? I have so many questions. One sip of this and it lets you see through time. We can't let Kyle collect all 6 infinity monsters. I refuse to read translations. I read everything in its original language, even if I don't speak it. I have read the entirety of Les Miserables in French, Divine Comedy in Italy, Don Quixote in Spanish, and that thing without understanding a single word. Fuck translations and fuck English. That is all I have to say. Some sick fuck just responded to a 5-year-old comment I left on a Hamilton animatic to say, I don't actually care about this comment. I just wanted to remind you, you had a Hamilton phase 5 years ago. What kind of malicious? John Carpenter, the first person to ever win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, used none of his lifelines until the final question when he called his dad. During the call, he told him that he did not need any help on the final question, but he just wanted to let him know that he was about to win 1 million. A kid is running for school board. A few weeks ago, my kid was approached by a parent with a list of approximately 200 books she wanted banned. My kid glanced at the list and gave back saying, after you read these books, give me a page number and reason for ban and I'll look into it. Haven't heard back. I told my kids I liked Subaru Outbacks. They said they were for old ladies who want an SUV but need low entry. I said, cool dudes drive them. For a solid year, they counted cool dudes versus old ladies in Outbacks. Final score, 342 old ladies, 30 cool dudes. So we went boating today, and there was this train wreck. Apparently it is on the I can't say that word. I'm going to watch Doctor Who in chronological order by the time period they travel to. The worst idea I've ever heard. I love it. So I hate tires and cars so much that I took my Ford Escape apart, and now I'm dragging one of its tires for 100 miles to take revenge on it. Follow along for progress. Sometimes I think about the guy at my poker table in Vegas who was kicked out after the pit boss said he was too drunk. Security came over, asked him to say the alphabet starting with M. He replied, "Malphabet." He was escorted out of the room. I spent 6 hours building a 16x16 cobble pillar in my friend's yard because he joked about my house being small. The tower is 50 blocks tall and it took me 13,000 cobblestone. I will build my house on top of it so that I will always look down on him every time I awake. This is showing dominance. On one of the alcohol websites I built, I made the age verification say, "Are you over 21 or capable of lying on the internet? Yes or no?" They loved it and left it that way. Daniel Radcliffe wore the same dirty hat and jacket for 6 months in order to frustrate paparazzi because the pictures would always look old and could not be sold. Guy lives next to airport, painted this on roof to confuse passengers as they fly overhead. He lives in blah, blah, blah. The singer Lewis Capaldi carried a huge imaginary Brit Award as he walked down the red carpet. Some nutter came in and ordered a burger with every protein we offer. He ate the whole thing and the fries. When I die, I give everyone permission to use my death for personal gain, even if you barely know me. When I kick it, even if we've hardly talked, you go tell your boss a good friend died and take the day off. That one's on me. True story. In 2001, a Florida man wrestled a 7-foot bull shark to retrieve the severed arm of his 10-year-old nephew. After saving the boy, the man dove back in, seized the shark, and wrestled it to the shore, where a ranger shot it. The arm was pried from its gullet, put on ice, rushed to the hospital, and successfully reattached. A man from China bought a first-class ticket, which came with access to a VIP lounge that had free food. He rescheduled over 300 times in a year to enjoy over 300 meals. When investigated, it was found that after eating, he would change his reservation to a later date. He finally cancelled his ticket and got a full refund. So, after 14 years, I finally left the military. Sadly, my ETS date correlated with inspections, and I never got a send-off. My unit did not want that though, so they had me come back for a plaque. I am a civilian now, so I couldn't wear my uniform. What to wear? Police, can you get in trouble for driving over the white line all the way at the red light? Hi Luke, it's an offense for any part of your vehicle to pass the white stop line if a traffic light has turned red. Thanks. No worries, that's what I figured. My hotel has a sitting area with no possible way to access it. Use whirlwind sprint, climb on the desk, and double jump from the fucking triangle jump. You're just not thinking with portals. Just go outside and punch the ground a couple of times. Go back inside, build a nuke tower up to the sitting area. It can't be higher than 3 to 4 blocks. Unlock that sitting area with the special $15 sitting area DLC. Kyle is the real MVP. Can I borrow some milk from one of you? It's 1:44 AM. Why do you need milk? How much do you need? I put cereal on the bowl and there was no milk. Like a whole gallon. If you come out to the window, I will sneak out. I'll give you some. My number neighbor frightened the shit out of me. Hey number neighbor. Hi, who is this? Just a little thing going around on the internet where people send a text to the person with the same number, except the last number is either more or less. So in this case, oh cool, how old are you? I'm 23. How about you? 13. So you're 23, doing an internet challenge. Just refinished 1960s floors, but lots of exposed nails. What do I do? Had the same issue in our 1920s house with the random nail head sticking up and snagging socks. Best solution was to teach our preschoolers how to use a nail set with a tap hammer. Every time someone found a new one, kids would go running for the hammer to fix the floor. That took care of the problem for about 15 years. Now, with them heading off to college, I've got to find a new system. My neighbor just got an unsecured wireless printer, so I sent him this. Hello, I am your printer. I have become self-aware. Run. Update. My neighbor has thrown out the printer. Thanks, neighbor. My brother just emailed this to the whole school. Hey everyone, just wanted to spread the word. No school. Someone cosplaying the actual convention center. Our friend came over to babysit last night. 10 minutes after we left, he sent me this picture. Wrote, "Will you marry me?" in the sand. I hope it messes up a couple's holiday. They all matched with the same girl on Tinder, so they decided to send her a group picture. My mom couldn't find Google Chrome, so I did this. Can't stop thinking about the time I got shamed by a rock. Flip me over. You just did what a rock told you to do. You disappoint me. Surely you can do better today. Now flip me back. I ordered a meditation book from Amazon, and every page just says to inhale and exhale. Japanese husband has gone 20 years without speaking to his wife since she upset him. A true mad lad. The body of a monk hidden inside. Winner of the hide and seek competition. I turn hot dog waters into ice cubes for guests that I don't like. A grown man is mad at his girlfriend at Olive Garden and has made a menu fort. This kid's menu at the hotel I'm staying at. I don't know. No, I don't care. I'm not hungry. I don't want that. Leaving this behind for the future tenant to find and freak out. I'm gay, but no one will know because there is too many comments. Everybody, look. Cheating ex-girlfriend. Sends apology letter. Guy sends it back graded using red pen. I said my pad thai wasn't spicy last time, so please make it extra spicy. And this was my receipt. Spicy. Make him regret being born. I asked my next door neighbor to take out my bin as I wouldn't be home. He definitely went above and beyond. My boss and I had an ugly sweater competition. Prisoner who died and was brought back claims his life sentence has technically ended. You're not wrong. My sociology professor keeps an alphabetic list of new slang terms he learns from students, and I will never get over it. I will though. Next meme. Why it's almost possible to make 7-10 split in bowling. It isn't that hard. I hit those kind of splits all the time. Some stranger padlocked this guy's earlobe and ran away with the key. Whale returns iPhone to woman who dropped it in the sea. We already have enough trash in the ocean. We don't need your selfies too. Don't be an asshole. Please be considerate. Someone in your neighborhood is scared of fireworks. The same guy who be barking all night long. Man who escaped Alcatraz sends FBI letter after being free for 50 years. This entire time she thought I was painting a sunset. I sent my dog outside for standing on the dining room table. This was his response. What's everyone listening to this morning? Spotify. Just got punched in the face for being named Mark. That's gone. That's gonna leave her. I laughed at my wife when she said she was going to upload my snore onto Spotify so that the world could suffer with her. I just checked and it has over 200,000 streams. Okay, she wins. The text on this bag reads as, this text has no other purpose than to terrify those who are afraid of Arabic language. Dad challenges kids to draw him sleeping so he can have a nap. Been at a wedding all day, and all my sister's boyfriend has done is Photoshop pictures of my head looking massive and sent them to me. During a police pursuit in Orange County, the motorcycle driver finds time to take out his phone. Married. These women weren't no good, so I married myself. Smoked before my ID picture, so when I get pulled over high, I look normal. Told this guy I only date people 6 feet or up, and he sent me this. Renting and returning 10 books a day from my local library while subtly increasing the size of my cranium with latex and makeup until they say something. Took my company's stapler on vacation and took some photos of it in front of cool places. One time my ex was really mad at me after we broke things off, and he sent me this and never talked to me again. Just a polite tall Dutch guy at a concert. Sorry. The girls posting pics be thinking, I know guys gonna do the deed to this. You guys get off to girl selfies? Yeah, I'm a little ugly, so go right ahead. Make me feel special. I'm good. This guy dresses up in a costume at the gym to take the tension away from his overweight friend. He was embarrassed to go to the gym. I dropped out of college 4 years ago. Today I spent $38 on a cap and a gown and got in line. I've literally never been a student here. Are any of you happy? I crossed the street without looking. Thief returns after stealing woman's car. Yells at her for leaving 4-year-old son alone in vehicle. Imagine getting lectured by a car thief and him being right. Stay on the right path even if you have to walk alone. That's the left path. My roommate just finished writing a book on how to get money and now he needs money to publish it. Tell him to read the book. As if the school uploaded a picture of me writing with a cheese string. Hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at wedding. Seen on a walk around the neighborhood. Every dead body on Mount Everest was once a highly motivated person, so maybe calm down. I find this so inspiring. Gonna flag this for nudity so I can rickroll the YouTube stuff. I literally have $1 to my name right now. What's your Venmo? Jeremy Dan request $1. The last one. My pet rabbit has no idea I gave it 2 bunny ears while this photo was being taken. Haha, idiot. At a pirate themed party. I've gone as someone who sells pirate DVDs. This bathroom is disgusting. Feces everywhere. Shameful. We'd like to address this as soon as possible. Which store were you visiting? I was at home. Just needed someone to vent to. Recommend. It's alright. Some bugs. This man puts in almost 11.3 thousand hours and says the game is okay. What a legend. This woman was arrested for feeding homeless people, but she says she won't stop. My dad built a goddamn pizza oven in our backyard, and he's been making pizzas since 10 a.m. This guy streamed a whole UFC fight, but pretended it was a video game, so it wouldn't get taken down for copyright. Man memorizes French dictionary to win French Scrabble tournament. Does not speak French. My parents invited all their friends and family to a costume party. Then when people got there, they found out it was their actual wedding. Man running from cops cops. Stops the pet cat. Goes to jail. Priorities. The thinnest building in Beirut. It's only 2 feet wide at its smallest point and only exists because a guy wanted to block his brother's view of the ocean. Young men aren't doing the deed because they'd rather play video games. Yeah, doing it is cool and all, but have you ever played Lego Star Wars? Florida man breaks into home to cook breakfast, tells resident to go back to sleep. For Black Friday, my friend dressed up as a Target employee and bossed people around. Lol. Dude on Facebook said he's been waiting 4 hours to the P to fall so he could sue Walmart. Money aside, what do you need right now? The money you just put aside. Bill Gates once released a jar full of mosquitoes into the audience during a TED Talk on malaria, stating, "There's no reason only poor people should have the experience." The email my sister got from a landscaping company job she applied for versus the one she sent back. Yeah, I am not reading this. It's an interesting story, but it's a lot of time. You're a burglar, but you can only steal things that mildly inconvenience your victims. What are you stealing? Is that a guy fighting a donkey in the background? 11-year-old black child made 1K selling N-word passes to white friends at school. If we lose, we get baptized. If they lose, they have to go out drinking with us. Which is creepier? The animatronic Elvis I ripped the face off while dismembering it, or this selfie of me wearing its mask? The fact that you thought of doing this at all. I learned that the Animal Planet reality series River Monsters ended because Jeremy Wade was able to catch essentially every exceptionally large freshwater fish species on Earth, leaving no remaining content for the show. Drunk. Got the Domino's guy to buy me McDonald's in this special instructions section. My faith in pizza guys has gone up 123%. I hope I don't have to fight my evil shadow self today. Die 1967. No way. My brother was being mean to me. I took one of the rubber stoppers on the bottom of his laptop and now it wobbles. Fear me. You cannot be walking around with that much ass and expect me not to post a selfie for the boys. I'll see you Monday, Miss Rodriguez. Drunk dude becomes the first person to ever swim across the Hoover Dam and make it out alive. Your future self is talking crap about you. Joke's on him. I'll ruin his life. My 11-year ban from Yahoo Chess expires today. My school sent out a warning about cougar sightings and some kid replied this to the entire school. He basically just said it's his mom. Someone broke into my car last night. Nothing was stolen, but they chewed all my gum and put it back in the container. This is a hate crime. I downloaded all of those 10,000 ugly lion NFTs and turned them into a mosaic of a person right-clicking. Yesterday when I was driving home from practice, I got pulled over and I panicked, and then I looked and saw my dad. He thinks he's so funny. Had about 1,000 of these made. I put them on every paper dispenser I come across. Voice activated. Say loudly. Paper towel now. Man breaks into gas station. Still pays for cigarettes. I'm burying a dollar store skeleton in a shallow grave under my new deck. Should be funny in 30 years when the next guy's rebuilding it. These socks can't tell me what to do. Right, left. Absolute madman. Self-portrait. Police are called after men dressed as traffic cones block road. Hi, this is my 85-year-old physics teacher. Him and his wife just had a lightsaber fight. Duck wearing bow tie walks into pub, drinks pint, fights dog, loses. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and should eat less. I just ate an entire pizza. Screw you, Brian. I feel like going to a bar and drinking water. I did it. Mrs. G is gone for a few days, so I brought my worms into the living room. Here's a selfie I took. Oh god, I feel so hungover from last night. Apparently 5 cans of soda, then half a pound of M&Ms in an hour is not a good idea. Jesus can turn water into wine, but I can turn your girl into mine. Delete this before my girl sees. There wasn't milk in the house. I'm eating this cereal with ice cream. I made the Jehovah's Witness watch me do backflips. Guy couldn't find a date for prom, so he took his cat instead. Japan's first lady avoids talking to Trump by pretending not to know English for 2 hours. A guy wheeled around 99 phones in a cart to create traffic jams on Google Maps. Delete the "I will do it tomorrow" attitude out of your life. I'ma delete it tomorrow. Surgeon admits marking his initials on the livers of 2 patients. Protesters in Hong Kong are using a new technique to disrupt traffic flow. They are gluing bricks to roads. Loud fart gives away suspect's hiding spot, leads to arrest. I saw my boy across the bar tell someone he travels for work. That man delivers pizza. He ain't wrong though. Netflix is concerned about some of its users. Someone watched Shrek 357 times this year, according to Netflix. I mean, I'd be concerned too. A legend. Ethan paid you $7. Chipotle 9th grade. My friend I haven't talked to in years just paid me back for Chipotle from 7 years ago. I just found my cousin's SIM card and she passed away 3 years ago. I'm thinking of sending her boyfriend a text saying, "Guess who's back?" The dogs wouldn't stop getting in my dad's gross chair, so he carved this weird sculpture of his own frowning face with a chainsaw and puts it on the chair when he's not sitting on it. The dogs are scared? I'm going to start a false crime podcast where I explained crimes that actually never happened. I'm going to do the crimes you explain, forcing you into having a true crime podcast. My mum just informed me that my first word was quote, so I'm going to make sure my last word before I die will be unquote. You have been blessed with a rare and epic opportunity. Artist Hank Schmrat travels to scenic locations only to paint the pattern on his own shirt, chaotic neutral. I am the biggest PP lover of them all. PP lover 3001. Not so fast. I am always more happy to pose for pictures with fans. POV. Your professor forbids laptops. I stole a rock from Texas Roadhouse. This is the craziest thing I've ever done. Remember when we were kids and we would stick our PPs in these? No. The revolution has begun. Today I discovered my husband has me in his phone as Jennifer Wortman. Could be worse. One of my identical twins has the other twin in his phone as spare parts. I put a hotspot in a crowded terminal. Let the games begin. Nurse who set off fire alarm to see colleague's breast bounce as she ran down the corridor is facing end of his career. Hello, how are you doing today? Just send me the virus link. Pope dons traditional coat with anime image of his face to greet the Japanese. Wanted. This man keeps breaking into my dorm and putting bottles of Mariana sauce under my pillow. Why are you doing this? Do you work for Prego? I've replaced my lock 11 times now. Lol, I'm 10 and I go to bed at 10 p.m. and most people in my class go to bed at 9 p.m. Last week I stole a shopping cart and a traffic cone in the same day. A homeless man held up and robbed a bank for $1, then sat down for the police to come and arrest him so he could receive healthcare in prison. My dad swears he doesn't have a favorite. We're still proud of you, Justin. Valedictorian, not a valedictorian. There's a cat on campus. Cat on campus. Mind your business. I paid for my tuition. Just so you know, you can order a 40-pound bag of Lucky Charm marshmallows on Amazon. Gave myself a ticket, so they didn't. Harvard. Bro, you want a scholarship? Oh, autocorrect. Didn't mean to say that. What did you mean to say then? Would you like to smash today? Ladies, what would you do if you found another girl's nudes on your man's phone? Send them to myself. When he asks for my nudes, I'll send hers again. I like going to Walmart for fun. It's the small things, Merc. What's your favorite thing to do in our stores? Steal. My phone. My photos. Buy your own phone. My cat is cuter than yours. Fight me. Ha, my ruse was successful. Now I have hundreds of super animal pictures to look at when I'm down. You stupid idiots fell right into my trap. When you get home and get the baby settled, call me. I thought you had the baby. What? Baked some iPhone cookies to trick cops into pulling me over. Then I just take a bite and ask if cookies are against the law. Elon Musk offers to buy and then delete Facebook. I grounded my kid, and this was his response. She didn't bring any money. I had to eat alone. Our school cut down this tree, and so someone left a cutout of the Lorax on the stump. Somebody remind me in 7 years not to have kids. Don't have kids. What prompted you to even do this? A commitment to public service. Why was I born? To like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I lied to her that I can play chess. Now she wants me to play online. How do I learn chess in 30 minutes? Make her use white. Open another chess app as white. Play her moves and reply with whatever the computer plays. This is too easy. Hey bro, you still got that psych man you thought pic? No bro, I deleted it. Alright, it's cool. People who understand Chinese/Japanese. What's the dumbest thing you've seen tattooed on someone? Guy had this on his arm. Said it meant lover of Asian beauty, when in fact it means foreign pervert. I left a Google review of the store I'm janitor at saying it's very clean. Team behind the viral OK Boomer merch rejects 1.4 million offer by replying, OK Boomer. In the UK, we sometimes joke about having to order the kids meal size in America to get a normal sized meal. Today I actually did it. This is what a $5.50 kids meal at Olive Garden looks like. It is legitimately just a regular amount of food. The rumor that I'm secretly creating a zombie apocalypse to generate demand for flamethrowers is completely true. Last night a guy in a turtle costume grabbed the straw out of my drink, threw it on the floor and said, "That's for my homies." I just convinced my mate that the inside of a cheese grater is in fact a sick new nightclub. What would happen if everyone with an IQ below 100 suddenly disappeared? Rest in peace, OP. Shout out to the guy who taped this in the school hallways. Yeah, this is just like school memes. What is the point of him saying? Let me know in the comments, when it's obvious he is not going to read tens of thousands of comments. I hate big YouTubers saying that. Same. Man fired Civil War cannon at his neighbors during dispute. Cashier arrested for memorizing over 1,300 customers' credit card info for online purchases. My excuse to my mom and dad to play Doom is that the Doom guy is a Christian. I traveled 15,000 miles to make an earth sandwich. I'm glowing. Not my type. Okay, and so delete it. Jackie Chan was rocking that back cut sweater and boob window before the internet even knew of it. I can't send my family any pictures of my cat because they end up editing her into a raw chicken every time. My number neighbor just fried the hell out of me. Again, if you want, you can read this this. But basically, it's just number neighbor meme. Oh, I can't even be asked explaining it. Premier fun. Use that cutie on the left, me. Oldest man says key to reaching 111 is avoiding dying. Someone keeps replacing our light bulbs at work with Madagascar on DVD. My friend brought a door to school, literally covered my roommate's bed with 324 pieces of cornbread to make it a corn bed, chip dipped in more chip. Some of you haven't run since PE. Some of us didn't run in PE. I paid for this ad because I hate ads. Enjoy this picture of a cute turtle instead. Over this past school year, I have stolen over 1,500 spoons. I'm chaos. I'm fair. I am the spoon bandit. When are you coming over, babe? Send me hot pics and I'll be right over. Thank goodness it's not November. Armed Pizza Hut employee shoots and kills one of 3 armed robbers while defending himself in the store. Got so drunk last night, we started labeling things in our Airbnb and woke up to this. Turn off Fortnite and open the Bible. Checkmate. Being my friend is non-stop fun. Joe, I'm about to drive past your house and honk. Alright, get ready, here it comes. Haha, I heard it. Yes, we did. My 9-year-old daughter has taken an old lip balm tube and filled it with cheese so she can eat it in class. It's with deep sorrow that grandma passed this morning. Passed by a liquor store cause I'm faded as hell. Some dude was spamming a class group me with memes, so he got kicked, only to come back with a vengeance. Hello again. I have collected screenshots of each instance of this group me, of copying and sharing the answers to the e-quizzes. If I am removed from this chat again, I will be anonymously forwarding this information to the Student Conduct and Academy Integration. All I ask is that I can post 1 meme per day. The ball is in your court, and I am a professional NBA player. When I get DoorDash, I order 20 cheeseburgers at a time, and heat them up throughout the week so that I don't have to pay the delivery fee multiple times. I hope you understand how food poisoning works. I hope food poisoning understands how I work. I never met a burger that I couldn't eat. The Iron Hand of Goltz von Brussus, a knight and mercenary who lost his right arm in a siege, points about this. It was shot off by a cannon. He continued being a knight for over 40 years after getting the Iron Hand. It was delicate enough he could still write with a quill using it, which is important as he was described as the warrior poet. I'm watching this glass blowing video for my art appreciation class, and this old man has zero chill. I'm crying. I used to be a glass blower and still occasionally do it as a hobby. My grandson asked me to make him a special vase for Christmas, and he gave me a picture of a bong. This idiot thinks I don't know what it is, so I'm going to make him a huge glass PP instead. My bike was stolen last week, and yesterday I saw it on sale on Craigslist, so I messaged the seller, met him at McDonald's, and when I noticed it was 100% my bike, I dumbly asked to take it for a ride. He said, yeah, just don't ride off with it, which is exactly what I did. I stole my bike back. My nail guy got no chill. Hi dear. Hey Kong, how are you? This is Kong's wife, just to let you know that Kong passed away 2 days ago. What? Yes, just kidding. It's his me lol. Kong, what the hell? 1 star. Congratulations EA. You have bought 1 star. Additional stars can be bought for $59.49 each.